All right, we're live. Hey, you guys, this is National Sales Director Leah Laughlin, and welcome to session 2 of our Pink Bootcamp. In the first session, we covered booking and coaching and pre-profiling. And so now in the second session, we are going to cover how to hold a party. And so in the second session, what I'm going to do is kind of go through the behind the scenes of the party and the preparation and some important skills that you're going to need to learn, and then some supplies that you're going to need to start getting ready as you prepare for your parties. Okay, so this is sort of the behind the scenes at the party. And then there is sort of a part 2 because we just came out with a new flip chart. You guys, so when I started Mary Kay, there was no flip chart. And so I just took paper that I printed out that had the outline of the party, and I just held the papers, and that was my guide to holding the party until I memorized it. Well, by the time I memorized it, the company came out with a flip chart. And so then I learned how to use that flip chart. And then the flip chart went away, and the company no longer provided that for a variety of reasons until recently. There's now a flip chart. Okay, and this is what it looks like. And there are pages that you flip, and your customers at the party are seeing the pictures, and then you have your script that you can refer to and read from. Okay, and then this is a binder that you can get at Amazon.com for like less than $10 that sits on the table. So we've got the flip chart. So because we have flip chart, there's sort of a part 2 to this session that is a video of me walking through the flip chart and sort of performing a live skincare class, so you can see that. And there are all of the resources that you need for the party are on the flip chart page at leahlaughlin.com. So under new consultants, that main tab at the top, in the drop down menu, there's the flip chart page. You can print the flip chart and all other resources and documents that you need. And that video about the flip chart will be on the flip chart page. Okay, but let's go behind the scenes before we take a look at the flip chart, because there's some important things to learn first, in my opinion. Okay, so just to start this off, let me just give you a couple of tips and pointers. These are just some basic tips about holding Mary Kay parties. And the first one is that everyone's party is a little bit different. If you watched 10 sales directors do a party, you would see 10 different varieties of how to hold a Mary Kay party. Now, all the core things are going to be there in everyone's party and should be there, and that's what we're going to go over, is the core things that really make up a successful party. But everyone's different because everyone's party is different because everyone is different. So I want you to feel the freedom to just use your own style and your own words and just be your own beautiful, authentic self. Okay, you don't have to be anyone else to be successful in Mary Kay party. You can learn from others, but just be yourself. Okay, that was an important thing that I learned very early on. Just go there and be you. Okay, second tip is the flip chart, which we already sort of talked about. What we hope to give you with this flip chart is just a sense of empowerment that you can go to a party and go through all the pieces necessary to hold a successful party. So I hope you feel empowered and professional. And then I think another thing the flip chart communicates to the women at your party is that they see you using this tool and they think, oh, I could do that too. You know, I can flip pages and like read from them. And so it makes our job look easy, because it is. If you can read, you can do Mary Kay. It's not that complicated. And so that's my second tip. My third one is that it's important to understand as a consultant, like your job definition, like your job description is holding parties. That is mainly what we do, is we just hold parties. That's how we make an income. That's how we build a customer base. That's how we build a team. And so that is the primary thing that you're going to be doing as a consultant, is just out there holding parties. If of course you're interested in making money and building a customer base and building a team. You won't get good until you just go out and do it multiple times. And so you are just going to need to practice to really master the skill, as with any new skill that you learn. Another important tip is just to keep it light and keep it fun, okay? Let's not take this too seriously. There's nothing that serious about a makeup party, right? So keep it light, keep it fun. Even if you mess up, even if you forget your flip chart, even if you forget what to say, even if you don't know the answers to everyone's questions, it's okay. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to be perfect and to know everything, because it's just not possible. I still get questions today that I don't know the answer to, but I know where to find it. And people appreciate that, your authenticity of like, hey, you know what? I don't know right now, but I know where to find the information and I can follow up with you. People appreciate that way more than you just knowing everything or having all the information. So take that pressure off yourself. Our main focus at a party is just the women who are there. Okay, you are going to give. You are going to serve. You are going to love. You are going to share and to help women feel special and beautiful, and to turn strangers into friends, and to give women a space to connect and to encourage each other and build each other up. That's what we do at the party, you guys. So keep it light, keep it fun. It's okay if you don't know everything. It's okay if you mess up, okay? I believe that it takes 5 parties in a row to even maybe feel like you win, and then 10 parties to really start to feel confident with it. Okay, so if you hold your first party or 2 and it's a big flop, that's okay. Most people's first parties are not going down in the history books for the best party in the world. So your first parties, you are going to feel awkward. You are going to mess up. You are going to trip over your words or forget to do something, and that's okay. Remember, we're going to make women feel important and special, and it takes 5 parties to kind of be 10 parties to really start to feel confident with it. And your success in Mary Kay is directly related to the amount of time that goes between each party. And so, especially in the beginning, you will master this skill faster if you hold party after party after party after party. Okay, and you will accelerate your success as you hold one party after another. Okay, so we're gonna switch now to looking at your pink Bootcamp workbook. This is a resource that already you can print it at leahloughlin.com. And it's sort of a guide that as you're watching these videos, you can follow along and see some of the resources that I'm talking about in the actual workbook. You can take notes on them. You can use it as homework or a guide to continue to learn even after you're done with these videos. So let's head on over to the workbook and talk about some certain pages in the workbook. Okay, where did it go? We will find it. We will find it. Just give me a quick minute, you guys. Just when you think you have it all set up and ready to go, you don't. Okay. Download that really quickly. Let's open it up. Download, download, download. And then I want you to be able to see it so that you're learning the information more effectively. Okay. Thank you for your patience here. All right, we found it. Let's share that screenshot, present to everyone. And then that was session 1 that we already have covered. Let's scroll on down to session 2 about the party. Okay, so here's what's in section 2. And then your challenge, you guys, is to actually print the flip chart, which you can do on my website. You can print it in color. It's about 60 pages, you guys. As a Mary Kay consultant, we do get a nice discount with FedEx. And so go in there and sign up to get your Mary Kay discount, and then print it in color on nice glossy paper. And then there is one part of the flip chart that you will customize yourself, and it's your I story. okay? So you're gonna write out your own I-story. We will be training on that in part 2 when I'm going through the flip chart. So more information coming soon on that, but you'll actually write it out in your own flip chart. So that is your challenge. And then what we're doing with every single session is that you're answering these 4 same questions and then boxing me a picture. And really, the answers, they're not necessarily for me. They're for you to just process the information. When you're forced to kind of ask questions and discover your own answers and create your own answers as you go through this information, it helps you to retain the information better and helps you to know your next step. So what things stuck out to you the most in this section? What are you excited to take action on in your business related to this section on holding parties? What feels most challenging about this section? And then what is your next most effective step in mastering the skill in this section? So these are just some questions for you to reflect on. When you turn them into me and do all of the challenges, you do earn the Mary Kay pendant necklace, okay? So let's go to the party outline now. And my brain thinks in outline form, and sometimes I want to know the outline before I start digging into the details, just so I have a framework of how everything's gonna roll. So just in case this is helpful for you, I do want to go through the broad overview just to give you a framework of what happens at the party. Then we'll start digging into some of the details. So step 1, you show up at the party and you're just getting set up. And so you're setting up the table, you're selecting a place for individual consultations, you're teaching the hostess to do satin hands with all of her guests, you're getting the party sheet ready for your guests to fill out, you're getting the look together for the hostess, and you're filling up everyone's tray and matching their foundation after they've done satin hands and while they're filling out the party sheet. So this is all your setup prep, and this list is in the flip chart. So when you get to the party, you're going to open up your flip chart, and there's your list of everything you need to do to get set up so you don't forget anything. You want to arrive about 15 to 20 minutes early. We'll give you plenty of time to get this all done. Okay, and then you get the party started, and you be the leader, and you take initiative, and you just say, okay, it's time to get started. Let's do this. Even if not everyone's there or people are running late, just go ahead and honor your time and honor the people who were there on time and just start the party when it's time to start the party. You want to thank the hostess and present her with a gift, a very small gift. It could be just a little mini or travel size product, or it could be a goodie bag with some samples. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Just present her with a nice gift as a way to say thank you. And then you're going to ask everyone to introduce themselves and give everyone a chance to say their name and what they do for a living. Also, I always like to hear if they've ever tried Mary Kay before or not, and what kind of experience they have, just so I know the background they've had with the products. And then also, I want them to share the thing they love the most about the hostess. Okay, one of your goals at the party is to make the hostess feel extra special and pampered and affirmed. And so give her friends the opportunity to love on her. I can't tell you how many times I've been at a party that, the hostess is crying and her friends are crying because they're just building each other up with affirming words. And it just sets a nice tone for the party and really helps people to understand that really is the focus of Mary Kay, to build each other up and to empower women. Okay, and then you go into your I-story. It's about a 2-minute story of how you started your Mary Kay business. We'll go over more details about that in the flip chart. And then you do let everyone know the agenda. I think that's really important to say, okay, here's what's going to happen and here's about how long it's going to take. Whenever I go somewhere, I want to know that just so I'm mentally prepared. And so there's 3 parts to the party. You're going to start with a fun little game. Then you're going to switch to skincare and color, and everyone's going to get to try the product. And then at the end, you're going to meet with everyone individually. And you want to tell people that up front right away so that it's not a surprise at the end. You are going to meet with every single guest individually, either over on the couch or in the living room, just somewhere separate from the table. And then also in this time after you do the agenda, or actually while you're explaining the agenda, you are mentioning that this is the first of 2 appointments that your Mary Kay customers are entitled to. And if you remember from session 1, when we went over bookings, this is very important to get bookings from bookings, is that you're sharing with everyone that they're entitled to a second appointment. And at that second appointment, they get a customized look, they get to try microdermabrasion, and then they can earn free products when they bring friends. So you're mentioning that and setting all of that up on the front end. Then you're jumping right into the ticket game. And I love this game because it's a fun way to share more about who we are in Mary Kay. And I used to save this till the end because I wanted to, and this is a valid reason that I did this, but I wanted to build rapport with people before I started talking about the business opportunity. Well, what I found is that you lose people's attention towards the end. And so things you want them to hear and pay attention to, you want to put at the beginning. And then when I changed how I did the ticket game, which used to be the purse game, when I changed how I did it, I just liked the presentation of it so much more. You go through letters MRSCAB. Okay, so it spells out Mrs. Cab, MRSCAB. And those are letters that you are sharing more information about Mary Kay, the company, and about the business opportunity. Well, M used to stand for money. And I would start talking about how we make money in Mary Kay. And I just didn't like to start with that because it was just too businessy. And I felt a little bit uncomfortable, and maybe like people were putting a wall up when, you know, you just start talking money right away. And so I changed M. Instead of being money, M is now Mary Kay. And that is my opportunity to share about the wonderful things about our company, including our charitable foundation, which supports women who've been abused and who have suffered from domestic violence. The goal is actually to put an end to domestic violence and to eradicate cancers that affect women. I tell them about how environmentally friendly Mary Kay is. I tell them about the mission statement, that it's to enrich women's lives. And so there's several different points and points of information that I'm sharing that helps people to know what we stand for. And I think more and more today, people want to know the company they're supporting when they purchase their products. And so people care and they want to know. And we have such a unique company that celebrates women in such a special way that people need to know that, and they need to know it up front. And every time I play this game, I just see people warming up to, they're warming up, and they're more receptive to then what I'm going to share afterwards. Okay, so then you play the ticket game, and the entire ticket game script is in the flip chart. And then after that, you're jumping right into the products. You do present the miracle set, and then the hostess tries microdermabrasion and the firming eye cream. We need to add that there. I'm writing a note to add firming eye cream on this outline. And you're sort of, everyone's trying the miracle set except the hostess is trying the ultimate miracle set, but then you're presenting the entire ultimate miracle set to all the guests who are there. Before you go on to foundation and color, you are gonna do satin lips, which is a wonderful product everyone gets to try. And during satin lips, you're playing the Fabulous Friends game to get referrals from the guests who are there. Then they're putting their foundation on. I happen to demo CC cream. You can demo liquid foundation. You can demo mineral powder, anything you prefer to demo, but I do like to demo CC cream. And then after that, you're working with the hostess to do her customized look while everyone else is doing a dash out the door look. And I will show you those supplies in just a few minutes. Once everyone gets their face on, it's time to do compliments. At this time, you invite them to be in your model portfolio. If you happen to attend a weekly meeting, you can turn that meeting and that workshop into a model portfolio workshop by taking before and after pictures of your guests who attend with you and creating a model portfolio. So you're inviting the whole group to attend that after compliment time. Then you're reviewing the hostess program. Everyone has a postcard to look at while you review that. Then you are closing the roll-up bag and presenting the sets and the discounts they can get with those sets. And then you're finishing with the 8 closing questions that are on the party sheet, including deal or no deal, which is a way to get bookings from bookings, and yes, sure, or no. That script is a way to set up career surveys to talk more about the business opportunity. Okay, so that is the broad overview, and we are going to jump into more details about that. And so, but before we do that, I want to give you another broad overview and explain what your skincare class and business is, defining it by sharing how it works in a full circle way. Okay, so these are 12 things that create a circle that is your Mary Kay business. And I want you to picture this being like a chain link, where every single one of these 12 circles is linked together to create this full circle, which is your Mary Kay business. And a big part of your Mary Kay business is the skincare class. Now, just like in a chain link, if one of these circles is weak, let's say the individual consultation. Number 5 here is individual consultation mastery. That's when you meet with each guest after the party. So if this is a weak link or a weak skill, it doesn't mean that number 5 is just weak. You guys, what it means is that it weakens the entire system. It weakens the entire circle, and things don't work as efficiently and as effectively, and you don't see the results that you could possibly see in your entire business and from your parties. Okay, so it's like a weak link. If number 1 is weak, lead generation, getting new names and having new fresh leads, it weakens the entire system because you just don't have people to call and book with or to hold parties with. Okay, and so let's just quickly go through what I believe are the main cornerstones of your business, and they all work together to create a strong and successful business. And number 1 is lead generation. Now, for new consultants, you are typically starting with your friends and family. And so your Mary Kay contact list that you created from session 1 is like your first step in lead generation, is just writing down a list of your contacts and the people that you know that you can start reaching out to. And then after that, as you start holding parties, you want to generate at least 25 new leads per week minimum. And the main way we do that is at the party by getting referrals and meeting new guests at our party that we're going to book with. And when you can really master this skill, you'll never run out of people. And that's a big fear new consultants have, is like, oh, I'm just going to run out of people. Well, there are more women in this world that you could ever even have time to facial. And new baby girls are being born every single day. So there is an ample supply of women out there when you're mastering the skills to be meeting new people and networking through your friends. There's other ways to network, like warm chatter and fish bowls, and doing like networking events where you're putting up a booth at a bridal expo. So there's plenty of ways to do this. But when you start as a new consultant, the main thing we teach you to do is book parties with friends and family, meet their friends and family, get referrals, and book with the guests at your party. Okay, let's go to number 2. Number 2 is strong booking skills and habits. We also talked about this in session 1, about just having a booking habit, whether it's 15 minutes a day on your lunch break, or maybe you get 1 booking a day, or maybe you get 5 by Friday, so you get 5 new bookings each week. Regardless of what your skill is, we want you, or regardless of what your habit is, we want it to be something that's consistently happening each week in your business, always maintaining a party time 8 or a party time 12. If you have a party time 8, you're going to hold half of those. You're going to hold 4. If you have a party time 12 on your date book for 1 month, you're going to hold half of those, which is 6, which is about 1 to 2 parties a week. And then, of course, if you want to hold more, you just book more. Okay, number 3 is confident coaching and pre-profiling, which we talked about in the last session. Number 4 is flip chart mastery. So learning to use the flip chart as a tool at your skincare classes. Number 5 is doing the individual consultation and mastering that to get 2 + 2 + 2 results. We're going to go over that at the end of this video. Number 6 is Perfect 12 program weekly focus. We're going to go over that in session 4. Number 7 is career survey mastery. That is mastering how to share this business opportunity with your customers. We're going to go over that in session 3. Product knowledge and personal use. This is another important part of your business, is to be knowledgeable about our products, and the best way to do that is to use them personally and then to study them. We're going to go over that more in the flip chart video. Also, you're going to learn systems for following up with your customers to provide great customer service. We go over more of that in session 4. Event and meeting attendance is another important thing. You need to show up to go up. And so get plugged into your weekly meeting and find out when the next event is. People who show up at the events are more successful and move up more quickly. Number 11 is effective goal setting and execution. So learning how to set your goals and execute the goals that you set in Mary Kay. And then 12 is having consistent communication with your director or your national sales director or both. And we have lots of communication tools that we use to keep you connected. Okay, so that's it. That is your Mary Kay business full circle. And this is a great sheet to refer back to every now and then, just to kind of check yourself and think, okay, what's my missing link, or what's my weak link, or what can I strengthen so that my entire business works more effectively. Okay, let's talk about party preparation and supplies, you guys. So I'm going to go back to the video here. Okay, I am back, and I want to show you how to pack and the supplies to bring to your party so that you can start getting ready. So I've got my stuff right here, and here is the bag that I use. It's a vintage bag. It's been used many, many times for many, many parties, so it's not the cleanest bag in the world, but it works, and you can get that on MK Connections. You can get that bag. And so I take this along with my purse. My purse has all the paperwork that I need and supplies that I need for the individual consultation. And so I'm putting my purse in the spot that I'm actually going to hold the individual consultation. So that I have all my supplies that I need in one place. And also, I started doing this early on as a new consultant because it forced me to do individual consultations. My first few parties, I kind of chickened out on doing that. And so I knew how important it was to meet with everyone individually afterwards. And so I just put all my stuff over there. So it forced me to go over there with people instead of trying to close everyone out around the table, which can be a little bit awkward. Okay, so let me show you the supplies I would have in my purse. I've got a money bag here that has sales tickets in it. And then it has the catalog, because that's one thing you're not going to put on the table is the catalog. We've got a beautiful catalog called the Workbook, you guys, but it is overwhelming to a customer because there's so much in there. And so what they're going to see is the party sheet with all the sets you're going to close with. But then, of course, you have a catalog during your individual consultations for people to look at. So if around the table someone asks, like, oh, can I see a catalog? I say, oh, I have them over on the couch where we'll do individual consultations. You can flip through it then. So I'm not handing out catalogs at the table. It confuses people, okay? I also have Hostess postcards in here that stay in that little money bag, but then I'm using these I'm passing these out by everyone's tray. So every guest at the party has these. And then the other thing I have in here, well, that's about it. Oh, I do keep my deal or no deal envelopes in my money bag, but then you're pulling these out and putting them on the table because you're playing deal or no deal as you close everything out. So all of those things are in my purse. The other thing I'm taking to my parties, you guys, is this bag right here. You can get this bag or something similar to it, or just use your starter kit bag. And what I have in here are filled roll-up bags that each guest is going to get at the party. They're filled up, and I'm going to show you how I fill them up. And then, so there's roll-up bags in here. And then there's also this Skinvigorate brush. I do feature this as a gift for the hostess when she gets 2 bookings at her party. So I have that in there to show them. I also have tickets, and I'm passing these out during the party. And then the person with the most gets something for free. I've got these plastic bags so that I can fill up inventory as people are ordering at the party. I put their, I have some inventory party that I'll stick in this bag to deliver the products on the spot. So I've got that. And then that about covers it. I also have the repair set. And although the flip chart does not prompt you to really go into the repair set, the repair set is on the closing sheet or the party sheet as one of the sets, because it's an awesome skincare line that we offer for more mature skin, and it's an advanced anti-aging line, more advanced than the Time Wise Miracle set that they try. And so I want to have this to be able to show people, especially since it's the fourth set on the party sheet. Okay, so I have that there. And then that about covers it. So let me open up my starter kit or my skincare class bags and show you more. So this has mascara wands and sponge tip applicators. And then one thing what the guests try for their dash out the door look is lip gloss. So I have every lip gloss shade in here. And they just open it up, swipe it on their tray, and use their finger. You don't want them actually using the brush, the lip gloss brush, because it contaminates the lip gloss. And then I also have cream eye color. Now this is something that didn't come in your starter kit, but that I like to use for the dash out the door look. I have iced cocoa, apricot glaze, and beach blonde as the three options. And they're just passing these around, and they're using their sponge tip applicator to scoop some out. They put it on their tray, and they can use that applicator to apply, or even just use their fingers. And then the other thing the guests are trying is mascara, and they've got a mascara wand that they can use to apply it. So this is everything here for the dash out the door look. And I just start the mascara with one person, cream eye colors with someone else, and lip gloss with someone else. So they're just passing it around and using it while I am working with the Hostess. And for the Hostess, I have a professional brush set that I use, because she does actually use the brushes. You would just want to clean them with the brush cleaner after every use, so they're nice and fresh. And so there's the brushes here. And then I have just all the products she would try. You guys, I've got concealers in every shade, because I do have the Hostess Try Concealer. I've got lip liners, little individual samples of lip liners. I've got eyeliner in here and eye primer in here. So she's trying all those extras for her customized look. And then what I have is 4 mini compacts with a look for brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes, and hazel eyes. And you can, if you have no idea what colors to use, that's totally okay, because most new consultants don't know that. Mary Kay has color cards that you can order that are samples, and some came in your starter kit, that you can either just use those color cards or put the full-size product in here that's on the color card. Okay, so there's a cheek color and 3 eye colors. I use this for green eyes because purple, the sweet plum is a purple, kind of real sparkly, looks really great on green eyes and helps to bring out the green. And so, and now I want to talk about using full-size products. I've always done that versus using samples, okay, like the color card, for example. I don't like using that because the guest or the customer does not get to experience the product like she could and like I think she should if she's using this. Like if she's actually opening up the compact and being able to use the real mineral color eye colors and cheek colors, it's just a better experience with the products. And I think helps you to sell more rather than her trying to scrape off product off a little piece of paper. But if that's where you need to start, then that's fine. That's where you need to start, is with color cards. Also, these lip glosses, they last a long time. Once you've got a full set in there, you're good to go for a long time, versus having little small samples that you can order and that came in your starter kit. You just have to like be constantly ordering them and you're always running out. And I just would rather them, again, experience the full-size product and not have to continually order samples and keep my samples stocked up. Okay, so it's a personal decision that you make, but I'm just sharing what I do. And so again, in this, going back to this brush, I've got 4 of these, 1 for every eye color. And there's lots of information on Mary Kay In Touch and Product Central about colors to use for different eye shades. We don't have time to go over that today. So I'm using that with the Hostess. And then I've got, this bag is full of every shade of our CC cream that I demo. And then in here, it's just the Ultimate Miracle Set. And I do have multiples of all the products because it's happened too many times that I would get to a party and realize that I'm out of like Day Solution or moisturizer and I wouldn't have a backup. And so I just have multiples of the Ultimate Miracle Set in here. We've got satin lips and eye makeup remover. We've got, what else is in here? Yeah, that about covers it. Okay, so then what's in the bottom of this bag is satin hands that you're having the Hostess, you're teaching the Hostess to do it, and then she's doing it with all of her friends. And when they're done with satin hands, they start filling out their party sheet. But having the Hostess do it, it helps free you up to be filling up their trays and kind of getting everything ready. And I think it also helps the Hostess feel like, oh, I can do this. You know, this is easy when she's actually sharing the products with her friends. So you've got satin hands. And then you've got your facial cloths in here. And I've got multiple bags because, again, I don't like to arrive at a party and realize I've run out. I've got the clear trays that go in with the mirror. And then, of course, you've got your mirror and tray that you set up for each guest. And that about covers it. One thing I did want to mention is you guys can earn this. In my unit, you can earn this cosmetic display tray for setting up your website. And this is a good option to use if you didn't want to use the mini compacts. You can put a lot of demo mineral eye color, cheek color, bronzer, pressed powder. You can sort of use this as your demo compact for all the products that you're demoing if you didn't want to use the mini compacts. And you can earn this for free. Okay, you guys, I think that about covers it. Oh, last thing I wanted to show you is how I fill up the roll-it bag. Okay, so here's the roll-it bag. I do stick the box of microdermabrasion like right in the middle there. And in the top in pocket 1 is the basic set, so cleanser and moisturizer. And then pocket 2 is the day and night solution. Pocket 3 is firming eye cream and microdermabrasion. It doesn't fit in there, so I just stick it right in the middle. So that the first 3 pockets are the Ultimate Miracle Set, which is mainly what I am presenting at the party. And then down here is eye makeup remover and a CC cream. And so when I pre-profile my guests, I find out if they're normal to dry or combination to oily. And look, you can see here, like it's the purple line, so that's combination to oily. And so for my combination to oily people, I would actually, if I had the chance to pre-profile, I'd be sticking this combination to oily bag with my combination to oily guest. And then she's bringing this bag to her individual consultation. And she can literally leave with this bag if she wants the Ultimate Miracle Set or parts of these products if she wants it. It helps to keep your inventory organized. And when each guest gets one of these and gets to open it up and go through the products while you're closing it on the party sheet, it helps you to sell a lot of skincare and Ultimate Miracle Sets with the bag. So that's how I have that set up. And I usually have anywhere from like 4 to 6 of those bags with me at all times when I go to parties, so that I always have one for each guest who's there. Okay, let me make sure I covered everything that I wanted to go over. Party sheets, Hostess postcards. Oh, the last thing, you guys, is these goodie bags. And this is another thing that I have with my purse, and it's actually inside of my purse for individual consultations. And it's a goodie bag that I bring for every single person who's there. And I am telling them this up front, that they each get a goodie bag during their individual consultation that they can take home that has samples and goodies in it and more information. And I used to have a Hostess packet and a recruiting packet, one that had Hostess information, one that had recruiting information, and I really just decided to combine it into one, and everybody gets it. And so I like that everyone's going home with more information. And there's been so many times that maybe I didn't get the booking at the party, but they take home information and they've got the Hostess postcard in there, and it just allows me to share more information that they're taking home that I can then follow up about. I've had several people call and say, oh, I think I do want to host a party. I saw how much free stuff that you get. So my Hostess postcard is in there. So they got it at the table, but then usually everybody just leaves it on the table. And so you want to stick one in the bag too. So they're actually taking that home. And I just have these printed at FedEx on cardstock. You can print this on my website, and this is also in your packet. And then I have a color card for everyone to try. I've got an eyeliner. I am the type of person who doesn't really like to go out of the house without eyeliner on. And that's one thing the guests don't get to try. They don't get to try eyeliner. And people who use eyeliner are usually very passionate about their eyeliner. And so I tell them, I'm like, hey, if this dash out the door look is not enough for you and you're not like comfortable with it, there's samples in your goodie bag that you can keep playing with makeup if you feel like you need to add a little leave tonight. So there's many people who sigh a breath of relief when they know they can get their eyeliner. And then I've got the beauty book. This came in your starter kit, and you can reorder this in the business supplies section on InTouch. And it's just a really beautiful brochure about our skincare. So they're taking more information home about the product. I don't give them a catalog, only if they're going to be a hostess. If they're going to be a hostess, I'll give them a catalog. But everyone else, I find that the catalog is just, it's so much and people get kind of confused. But I do want them to have more information about our skincare. And then I want them to have information about our business opportunity. This is called Steps to Success. You can order this on Mary Kay InTouch, and it is a beautiful brochure. It shows you what comes in the starter kit, and it shows the whole career path that we have in Mary Kay and the perks that you can earn at every level on the career path. And then it has the cards that you can earn on the back. I remember getting this when I went to my recruiter's business debut. She had this in a packet for me. I remember you guys going home, opening it up and looking at it and thinking, wow, like this is a really good opportunity. Women can fly. This was really before I was even considering the business opportunity. But I remember looking at this exact brochure and thinking, wow, this is a really amazing what they offer to women. Okay, so you want everyone to go home with that. And then I have a hand cream for them. It's a mini travel size hand cream that you can get a 12 of these for $4. This is a great product to share with your customers. And then they get a business card, so they have my contact information, and that's it. That's what goes in the goodie bag. People want their goodie bag. Okay, so I've had people like wait around till I'm done with someone and have said like, hey, I need to go. Can we meet real quick so I can get my goodie bag? Okay, so it's a great incentive for them to definitely meet with you afterwards. And then, of course, they're going home with all this information and extra products. Okay, let's move on. Let me find out where I am in the section here. Okay, let's move on to the party sheet. I want to talk a little bit about that. So let's go back to your workbook here and go to the party sheet. And we'll cover a couple more things here as we wrap up. Okay, I'm pulling it up right now. All right, here it is. So we talked about working your business full circle. Let's go on to the party sheet. Okay, so this party sheet came about actually just a few months ago. I went to a party and I was getting back into holding parties, and I took a sheet to get referrals. I took a sheet to close my sets. I took a sheet to share the business opportunity. I took a profile card, and then of course I had a sales ticket for everyone. And by the end of the night, I was losing my ever-loving mind because I had so many pieces of paper like flying around everywhere. And so I'm like, I want to condense this. And it's the first time I had the thought that, you know what, I can condense this all on one piece of paper. And so this is the front and this is the back. And so you literally take one piece of paper and people are filling out this sheet and you're leaving with that. Plus, of course, you have their sales ticket. And then you have a little postcard that they're each getting for your Hostess program that you can see right here. And it just helped my brain to function better at parties because I felt more organized and I felt like I had just all the information that I needed on one piece of paper, and that made me really happy. And so at the top here, after Satin Hands, they fill out this information. This is a very condensed version of the profile card that comes in your starter kit. If you prefer the profile card, use the profile card. This is not a sheet you have to use. This is just something I love and has helped me a lot. But if you don't want to use the profile card or want to eliminate another piece of paper, it's really all the information I feel like I like to have for my customers. So they fill that out, and then they stop there, and then the party gets started. And then when you get into Satin Lips, you're playing this Fabulous Friends game. We're going to go over more of that when we go through the flip chart. And so you're playing the Fabulous Friends game to get referrals from them. You have the option to offer mascara or eye makeup remover at half off or free, but then there's also a party sheet where you don't have to offer that. And so you have that choice to either offer a little promotion for getting referrals or not offering that for getting referrals. It's up to you, but very, very important to get referrals. That's how you don't run out of names. Remember, a part of the full circle process is getting 25 new leads a week. This is one easy way to do it. From one person, you could easily get 20 new names. Okay, let's go to the next page. When it's time to close the sets, then they flip it over. So the entire time, they're just looking at this until it's time to close the roll-up bag. Then they flip the sheet over, and they see all of the sets that you're going to close with. And so they're looking at their roll-up bag, and you're holding up an example of the roll-up bag, and then they're looking at this sheet, which has the basic set, the miracle set, the ultimate miracle set, and then the ultimate repair set, which features the time-wise repair set with microdermabrasion here, a CC cream, and the roll-up bag. And they get a discount only at parties for purchasing sets. They can't go online and get these same deals. They only get those at a party. So you're closing out your sets. And then the way you close the party is to finish with these 8 questions. And that's what you do to wrap everything up. In my unit, you guys can enter your customers to win a $100 Visa gift card. We're giving this away at the end of the quarter, and which is the end of the seminar year, is when we're going to draw a name for one. And so you get them to fill out this information, and then you go on leahloughlin.com, and there's a Google Doc link that you would use to fill out questions 4, 5, 6, and 7. You fill in your customer's information, and that officially enters her to win the Visa gift card. Okay, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And when you click the link, it prompts you to enter the information from those 4 questions. We've had several entries already. Okay, so you go through these questions, and if money were no object, what skincare set above would you love to have show up in your bathroom tonight? And so you're having them pick one of these sets. And you guys, almost everybody puts this one or this one. I have had nobody ever put this one. Sometimes I get the ultimate or the miracle set, but nobody ever puts this one. They want the ultimate miracle set or the ultimate repair set. And so they write that down. You're going to use that information to sell them the product during the individual consultation. And then number 2 is create your wish list. You are going to give them time before the party's over to just create a wish list of all the products that they loved, that they would like to add. It doesn't mean they have to purchase them that night. They're just making a wish list of like, if I could have anything, what would I want? And there is a place in the flip chart that prompts you to review all the products that they've tried and help them create that wish list. Again, you're going to use this to help close them out in the individual consultation. Number 3 is you're booking the second appointment, and you play deal or no deal, and they're circling deal or no deal. We went over that game in session number 1 with booking. Number 4 is from everything you learned about the Mary Kay business opportunity, what is most appealing? Now, the ticket game went over information about the business opportunity along with your iStory. So they've heard information about that. Number 5 is what do you need more of in your life right now? Circle 1, fun and girlfriend time, money, flexibility, making a difference in someone else's life. So they circle 1. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate your interest level in the business opportunity. 1 is never, 10 is sign me up now, and you can't say 5. You'll see there is no 5 because that's the chicken answer. Then the 7th question is, what would have to change or happen in your life for you to be a 9 or a 10? And then the 8th question is, I have a goal. This is where you talk about your goal to get the opinion of 12 of your customers about the business opportunity. You share my 18-minute marketing video. You share that YouTube link with them. They watch it, and then you're setting up a conversation either on the phone or live in person for coffee with your sales director. And she's going to help you with these initial calls so that you learn how to share more about the business opportunity. And so you're telling people, hey, I've got this goal to get the opinion of 12 customers. All you have to do is watch a YouTube video, and then I want to get your opinion about it. Now, it's up to you whether you offer incentive. Some people do offer incentive for people watching the video and then doing what we call a career survey, which is the follow-up phone call or meeting for coffee. You don't have to offer incentive, but I know some people offer one color item at 50% off to their customers who do a career survey with them. And so then you go on to say, if you're a yes means like, absolutely, I would love to hear more information. In fact, I'm kind of interested in the business opportunity. So I would love a chance to learn more about it and ask some questions. So that's yes. Sure is, you know what, I'm not really interested in the business opportunity, but I don't mind helping you with your goal and I would love to support you. So sure, I'll watch your video. And no is like, no, I don't really like helping other women with their goals, and I don't want to help you, so I'm a no. And you kind of try to make that funny because you don't want people to be no's. So people are circling this, and then you're using this information during the individual consultation. Now, when you're going through these 8 questions, you're asking them out loud, and you're inviting people to share their answer. And you're giving tickets to everyone who's sharing their answer. And so you don't just want people to sit there in silence and fill it out. Like, you want to go through them, and then you want some response, and you want it to be interactive. So let's say you start with number 1. If money were no object, what skincare set above would you love to have show up in your bathroom tonight? You get a ticket if you share your answer. If nobody's answering, I would just ask someone. I would say, like, Sally, what about you? And just kind of prompt them to answer and then pass out tickets while they do. And so for every single question, you're wanting to get an answer, and you're handing out tickets for the answer. Okay, you guys, so that is the party sheet. The reason we created these 8 questions is so that it supports you in making sure you're doing sort of the harder, you're asking sometimes some of the harder questions to ask. And one of them is getting the booking. Sometimes we can chicken out on that. So it forces you to play deal or no deal. And then also sometimes it's asking for the career survey. So again, it forces you to ask for that career survey during the party. And so that's why we put these questions on the sheet, so you're kind of forced to go through them and not forget about them or skip over them. Okay, so let's cover a couple more things here before we wrap it up. And one of them is the Hostess program. Now, here's the Hostess program that I have literally used for years. You guys, they have 5 ways to earn $20 free. So they can earn up to $100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've always been taught to put money where I want to get results. And so my Hostess program does exactly that. I'm putting money where I want things to happen. And so they get 20 for holding on the original date. That prevents a lot of rescheduling, like canceling and rescheduling and canceling and rescheduling. I just want them to book it and hold it on that date, so they get $20 for doing that. They get $20 when they give me a list of girlfriends of 15 or more of their friends that they want to invite. So you're putting money where you want results. You want that guest list because it helps you to have a stronger party, so you put money there. They get $20 for having 5 guests 21 years of age or older who don't have a consultant. They get $20 for having $225 in sales. And then they get $20 for $100 in outside orders from friends who couldn't come. And if they get 2 bookings at their party, they get the brush for free, but they don't get it until after the bookings are held. And then you're delivering or shipping that brush to them once the parties are held. So I have used this forever, and have loved this Hostess program. It is very generous. but then I also have no problems booking parties. Now, for new consultants, I'm going to recommend that you probably don't start with this one because your friends and family are going to hold parties with you because they love you. And so you don't have to offer them as much free product because they're doing it because they love you. And so what I recommend for new consultants, and we do have a Hostess a flyer that you can print, is just offering 10 for them letting you borrow their face and doing a facial, and then 10 for every friend over 18, up to 50 free. So if they get their 10, and then they get 10 for every friend. If they have 4 friends there, that's 40, plus their 10 is 50. Now, if they had more friends there, that's fine, but they get up to 50 free. And so you're giving away less product to your friends and family. Once you get outside of that circle of your friends and family, I would recommend either moving to this Hostess program that you see right here, or another version. There are probably about 10 million versions of Hostess programs out there in the Mary Kay world. And so you can use this or choose something else that you might see or create your own. It is up to you. But the important thing about your Hostess program, you guys, is just that you're clear on what it is. Like if you're confused about what you're offering, they're going to be confused and it's going to be hard to get people excited about it. But if you're excited about it, then it's going to be easier to communicate and get people on board with it. Like I would book a party with this Hostess program. Okay, let's be clear. Like if someone were trying to book me, I would book a party because I would want all that free stuff. I've held Pampered Chef parties and Premier Design parties and Tastefully Simple parties because I want the free Hostess credit. I've held those parties myself for the Hostess program specifically. Okay, so you want to incentivize people to have their friends over. But you've got to be clear on what you're offering and excited about what you're offering. And then the last thing I'm going to mention, you guys, that we'll go over more during the flip chart training, is we're going to go back up here to session 1. We've briefly gone over a part of this, but we haven't covered everything. And in the flip chart training, I go over the individual consultation. And we're going to go do everything from tips to use, then icebreaker questions. We're going to sell sets. We're going to book future parties. We've gone over this in session 1. You're going to coach to get the guest list. You're going to book 2 career surveys, and you're going to book 2 guests to your meeting. Okay, so we will go over this separately because this is a big one. This is a big skill to really master, and so I'd like to just use the individual consultation all by itself so we can focus on this one skill. And so, you guys, let's go back to me here. Okay, so that covers it for session 2. We went over the behind the scenes at the skincare class. You guys, session 3 is about team building. Session 4 is about business management. And then you have your supplemental videos about the individual consultation and a video about the flip chart to watch to dig more into the details of the skincare class. So, all right, that's all for now. You guys, go get your party on.